Good morning. I am Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and I'm also Josh, a warrior fighting the diseases of addiction and mental health. I'm still trying to figure out that one. Seems like a little long in the mouth, but I'll figure it out. Because words have power, and I don't think any of us should just pigeonhole ourselves as just addicts. We're not just addicts. Some of us are fishermen, we're deer hunters, bow hunters, rifle, shotgun, swimmers, golfers, skiers, soccer players, football players, baseball players, basketball players, gardeners, chefs, cooks, bakers. I mean, we're multifaceted, so I understand why we say what we say in the various fellowships that I'm in, but I also do understand that words have power. And there's this whole idea of reinforcement, so you have positive or negative reinforcement, and there is in this country such a stigma around diseases of addiction and mental health that I'm trying to shine a light on, and have been trying to shine a light on with my own experience, strength, and hope in person. And then finally, once I was able to get myself together, I was like, hey, instead of building apps and different things with my background, let me build the accountability group tag here and figure out ways that we can all help each other that we know in real life and hold each other accountable. So with that, I'm not suggesting anything that you can say whatever you want to say in meetings, but I'm trying to figure out the right way to say that I'm, fighting the diseases of addiction and mental health. That's what I'm doing. I have co-occurring disorders. That's just what I happen to be doing. I do that 24 hours a day. But on top of that, I'm also a student, I'm a son, I'm a friend, I'm a golfer, I'm a soccer player, I'm a chef, I'm a painter, I'm a photographer. So there's a lot more to me than just saying, hi, I'm Josh, XYZ. Anyway, that was a little long in the tooth, so I'll just do a few daily readings for you and share my experience, strength, and hope. July 21st, this is from the Daily Stoic. July 21st, made for working together. Whenever you have trouble getting up in the morning, remind yourself that you've been made by nature for the purpose of working with others, whereas even unthinking animals share sleeping. And it's our own natural purpose that is more fitting and more satisfying. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations 8.12. If a dog spends all day in bed, your bed, most likely, that's fine. It's just being a dog. It doesn't have anywhere to be. No other obligation than being itself. According to the Stoics, we humans have a higher obligation, not to the gods, but to each other. What gets us out of bed each morning, even when we fight, like Marcus did, is praxis kanocias apidamdum. Wow, that is a rough word to try and pronounce. To render works held in common. So it's Latin, to render works held in common. Civilization and country are great projects we build together and have been building together for our ancestors for millennia. We are made for cooperation, synergia. That one was easier. With each other. So if you need an extra boost to get out of bed in the morning, if you need more than caffeine can offer, I'm drinking sugar-free Red Bull, use this. People are depending on you. Your purpose is to help us render this great work together, and we're waiting and excited for you to show up. That is, excuse me, I have a bad booger. I probably shouldn't, that's TMI. In my left nostril, and I need to blow my nose. But anyway, that's pretty much 95% of this is showing up in life. Showing up to school. showing up as a parent. I don't know, I'm not a parent, but I know my parents showed up to almost all my stuff. Even the stuff that I know is horrible. Like, no parent wants to sit through like a 4th grade talent show or like musical. You think any of those 4th graders, you think any of those 4th graders, maybe one, had reasonably, like, you know, to take up 2 hours of parent time? But parents go, you know, they go to soccer games and watch huddles of kids chase around soccer balls, because I used to be a little kid soccer coach. And it's the same thing with us and life. So while I'm in this fight for my life, that's literally what this is. You know, that's part of my experience, strength, and hope. My experience we already know about. It was bad, and it led me to my strength, which is, you know, my sobriety and my road to recovery. And it's this fight that I'm fighting. You know, I am this strong, healthy warrior, sober warrior that is fighting the diseases of addiction. And what that means is that I show up. When my feet hit the floor in the morning, I'm appreciative and grateful to be alive. And the other aspect of that is that we're supposed to help others, that we're supposed to be of service. You know, that's not just something that is a part of our fellowship, but is just a part of human nature. It's a communal aspect. We're a tribal species, you know. Socialization is important, or socializing rather is important, and social interaction is important, but we're a tribal community in general. So yeah, so that's the big thing there, is that the strength that I've found is that 95% of the time is getting to a meeting, is getting on the phone and talking to a sponsor, is getting an hour out of my day to sit down and read the literature, whether it be reading this literature or spending another hour outside of my day, which is usually what happens, and reading like Drop the Rock or As Bill Sees It, or, you know, The Big Book, or whatever the case may be. I'll read other literature with respect to the fellowships, and then I'll read literature that's, you know, irrespective of the fellowships, because it's focusing on like work and school and other stuff. Anyway, so my hope for everyone is that not only do they show up to be of service to others, but show up for yourself. Because you may not feel it right now, but trust me, if you're alive and you're breathing, there are millions in our fellowship that are not, unfortunately. I am sorry to say that's how serious it is. It is jails, institutions, or death. So if you're seeing this, then show up today and be of service to yourself, and therefore you will be of service to others. So be the best version of yourself that you can be. Show empathy, kindness, and compassion to others, and try and lend a helping hand where you can. And that's what I hope for you today. I hope that your 24 hours as your courageous warrior fighting the diseases of addiction and sobriety, that you can find that. So with that, I am Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and I am Josh, a warrior fighting the diseases of addiction. I hope that you stay safe, stay strong, and stay sober.